What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in once again. Please, if you like the content, please subscribe. Yesterday was Tulsi Gabbard Day, and I'm not taking credit for that. My friend Tim Black, he coined that hashtag. I give him full disclosure. I am using that, Tim. Sorry, I thought it was a great hashtag, but I'm giving you full credit for it. So yesterday was Tulsi Gabbard Day. She made 3 stops, 2 amazing stops, and the third one we're going to talk about. Well, and we're going to talk about first when she went to Nico House. Nico House is the host of Mi Casa Su Casa, and he had 2 other hosts that were helping him out with Tulsi Gabbard. She came on. That was a super amazing interview. There was no questions off the table. Tulsi Gabbard came off so presidential and personable, and Nico and his co-hosts were asking her, I mean, every question that they thought that was important for their viewers and for the viewers that were new to the channels. They even asked her about does she like pineapple on pizza. So everything was on the table, and everything came from a good place. Tulsi Gabbard looked very relaxed, smiling, making jokes, and she answered every question that they asked. And if she didn't know, she was like, I really don't know about that. I'm gonna have to check it out. And I love when she did that, because you have a lot of politicians that will just talk, excuse my French, they'll just talk out of their ass like they know what they're talking about, and they'll just give some bullshit answer and to just get you off their back. And she was very honest. Oh, I'm not sure about that. Let me find out, and I'll come back to you on that. And that was an honest question. I mean, an honest answer. And I really enjoyed the interview. Nico, you did a fantastic job. Your co-host did a fantastic job. I apologize. Their names are slipping my mind right now. I should have wrote it down, but I totally forgot to do that. But yeah, let's move on to Jimmy Dore. Then after that, she moved to Jimmy Dore. Great. So a very entertaining, well thought out questions. You know, if you don't know Jimmy Dore already, he is a funny comedian, political entertainer, and he gives you the news. His brand. Dave from Save America, Vote Tulsi. He says that he did mention that he's like a gateway drug, and he is. He's a very entertaining analyst, and he was having a great time. Tulsi was having a great time, and it was an amazing interview. And I think the live stream had, I think the peak was almost 11,500. So there was a lot of people watching this live stream, and it was great. He hit all the questions that everybody wants to know. He hit the Modi question. He hit the Assad. He hit her foreign policy of Venezuela, all the smear tactics. That's what's going on in the mainstream media. He hit all those things, and I suggest you watch Nico's interview, and I suggest you watch Jimmy Dore's interview. 2 great interviews. The third and final interview was on TYT, and a lot of people were thinking that Anna was going to be there, but she was not. So it was hosted by Jank, and I have to say that right out of the gate, it was like a smear job. Right out of the gate, it was, progressives are not going to like this, so let's talk about it. Let's talk about Modi. Let's talk about Assad. Let's talk about terrorism. You're a hawk on terrorism, and on and on and on. And I said this in the past, and I'm going to keep saying it. I wish I had the patience that Tulsi Gabbard has. If you've seen her in her interviews on MSNBC, The View, she constantly is getting attacked on things that progressives don't like talking to foreign leaders, like every other politician has done. You know, talking about her faith of being a Hindu, and it's just on and on and on, or guilty by association. Steve Bannon likes you. Why? And she's always like, well, talk to Steve Bannon. I don't know. David Duke likes you. And she's like, okay, yeah, talk to him. Like, really, we're going down this road of guilt by association. Like, oh, like, let's go with me. I'm pretty sure David Duke likes chocolate ice cream, probably. Or maybe he doesn't like chocolate because it's a chocolate. Or vanilla ice cream. I like vanilla ice cream. He likes vanilla ice cream. Does that mean I'm a white supremacist or something? I'm like, no. She says it all the time. I don't know why they like me. You ask them. Why are you trying to smear me because this person likes me? I don't know what's going through their head. Ask them. So that was one of the first questions with Steve Bannon, and they put a comment. A quote from Steve Bannon, like, oh, I love Tulsi. She's great on the foreign policy and terrorism stuff, blah, 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 blah. And I have to give credit to Tulsi. She held her ground, and she had Cenk fumbling and bumbling everywhere. She answered the questions, and she brought up some stuff when he brought Modi and talked about this, and the third. She would come back at him and make him play defense. You know, she brought up court cases and proving that he wasn't involved. And I suggest you look at you go watch the interview, because it was very frustrating for me. I was very excited for her to be on there because it is one of the biggest YouTube channels, and so I was very excited that she was on there. At least they can see that, you know, someone made a point that she she did a great job of holding her own and answering the questions. And it opens up her to a wider audience. And I do see that. But when you use those tactics of, let's talk about all the things that progressives don't like, and it just gets into this, oh my God, here we go again. And then at the end of it felt like at the end of this whole thing, then they start talking about her foreign policy and her thoughts on, you know, on Iran or something. You know, she leads with that. You talked about her terrorism and talking about Islamic terrorism, that she's a hawk on terrorism. And she made her point to say, I'm differentiating the two. There's terrorism and there's beautiful, peaceful Muslims. Me saying this is not going to involve them, because this is a perverted ideology of the Islamic faith. That's what she was saying, and he wasn't getting it. He said, you know, of course, I'm pretty sure progressives don't, you know, want to defend these tactics and blah 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 blah. It was just like so. I mean, it was my head was hurting because it was just a smear job again. And you're supposed to be a progressive network. Like, I understand if you want Bernie Sanders, but come on, we need more voices on there. You're using talking points from discredited articles. Like, anyway. All in all, overall, Tulsi Gabbard Day was amazing. You should go check out all three and get all your perspectives for yourself. Get your own perspective. Nico, Jimmy Dore, and TYT. She made all her rounds, and I hope she's surging right now. And if you are interested in donating to Tulsi Gabbard, it's tulsi2020.com/donate. She still needs 65,000 individual donations. So I suggest you get her on there because she is a wonderful person, and we need her aloha spirit. And we need her foreign policy on that stage because, you know, other than probably Bernie, the rest are war hawks. And they will go into Venezuela, Iran, and they will go and do these regime change wars. If we know by our history, both parties bend the knee to the military-industrial complex. All right, guys, you take care. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. Let's get it out there. Donate to Tulsi. You take care, and peace.